What?
I don't have a fancy flash intro, so we're
No.
live already. We're
Oh,
live.
no.
People of the internet, we need to tweet this out too.
Yes, I'm doing it.
It went as fast as that. I am Sean, host of ABTG, the channel called Absolute Bullshit and True Greatness. And this is my co-host for the day, my guest of honor, the lad, the trick, the lad of trick, trick lad.
I Justice Lad today.
Justice lad.
Justice
You
Lad.
didn't change the name though. You should have changed the name.
I should. Can I go and log out and come back in?
You
I'm
can
gonna do that.
You
Wait,
can
I
do
can.
that.
Wait, I can change my name. Look, I can do it right here.
Oh, can you?
Justice Lad. Done. There we
you
go.
Fantastic.
People don't believe me when I say that that I've not seen Justice League, and I do have to confess that I have seen the first scene. I've seen the footage. I've seen like the mustache. I've seen the. I've seen the found for. They were trying to do like some sort of Cloverfield thing, and and I was like, what?
Oh, that's right. I've seen this movie like a week ago, and I already forgot that they opened with like that found footage. Oh my god!
Am I making you watch this again? Like, are you watching 2 times in a week?
I'm
gonna be alright.
I watched this movie maybe 2 weeks ago now, but to be very clear, I'm more watching you for 2 hours here than I'm going to be watching the film. I just want to see your reactions and what have you. I can't wait to hear you just talk about this. And I think that this is this is an interesting film that is worth the live reaction. So yeah, it's good.
Before we get going, because the DC EU isn't really like as interconnected as they want to be, right? It's not like the MCU, because they didn't. Aquaman came out. Aquaman came out after this, didn't it? Aquaman came out after this, right? Which kind of makes no sense. Like, if you're going to do like a big team up movie, sure, you can have like an introductory movie for the individual characters and then have them. But they didn't do that. Is there anything I should have watched before this?
Not really. If you want to get into like semantics of it all, I feel like the MCU did a crossover movie. Marvel was a crossover movie, whereas this is instead of having like different franchises that then cross over into one film, they did it differently. They did the Justice League, and now they're doing basically spin-offs. So like now you're getting the Aquaman movie. Now you're getting the only thing that have you seen Batman versus Superman: Dawn of Justice? Yes. That is the only thing that really leads into this, because in Batman v Superman you have Wonder Woman and Batman and Superman, and they show you a vague scene that Batman knows about because he's got all the little logos in his computer. You know, he's created a logo for all of the So it's basically a direct follow up to that. Hi Robbie, how you doing? By the way. You are our watcher, our viewer. Maybe we'll get more people later on.
We don't need more people.
No,
they don't. No one needs to see my pain.
Did you tweet out something? I need to tweet it too.
I did. I said, "Come on, watch me squirm." It's I mean, I'm really curious to see, because I mean, obviously a lot of we're seeing a lot of Joss Whedon in the press at the moment. We're seeing a lot of people talk about him at the moment, and you know, I thought he did a really good job with Avengers, and I'm one of those people that quite enjoyed Age of Ultron. I didn't really have a problem with Age of Ultron. I felt it wasn't as good as the first one, or clearly, easily wasn't that great. Wasn't as good in comparison, but this. Like, is an absolute, I mean, critically a disaster, right?
Well, to be fair, this was originally. Hey, just came here to say this movie has more to like than Batman v Superman. Well, see, Fowler is someone that's very much against the tone of these DC films. You know what I was going to say is, to be fair, this film wasn't originally a Whedon written project or a Whedon directed project. He came into save the day, or rather, like Warner got fed up with I think there were creative differences, and so of course Snyder had to leave, and so they brought someone else in.
Snyder's daughter died, didn't she? I mean, and don't quote me, I think she took her own life. It was an absolute tragedy, and I think that's what led him leaving the project. And Whedon comes in, and if you're to believe Rafe. Well, I mean, obviously Ray Fisher's coming out of a lot of stuff at the moment. He kind of took the original footage and was just like, oh, fuck that. We don't need any of that.
Well, there's a lot of reshoots. PJ says that you can actually physically see what is reshot and what is not reshot in the film, and it's not just a CG mustache thing. Like you can see the different tones that they're going for, the way it's shot, that kind of stuff.
Well, we're gonna have to get into it. So I am quite interested. We're watching this because I'm intrigued to see what the Snyder Cut looks like, and the fact that we're getting the Snyder Cut is quite.
I'm very interested in the comparison. I just. Also, because even if someone's not a fan of Justice League or not a fan of these DC movies, I actually think that and I don't want Snyder Cuts to become a thing. Just to clarify, I don't want that to become like a thing every time a movie comes out and it flops, they do another cut. But I think it's very interesting for like general audiences to get to finally glimpse at two possible cuts of a film. I know we kind of got that with like films like Blade Runner. You know,
well, I mean,
versions of that, but
we got it with Superman. We got the Richard Donner cut for Superman 2. So DC is almost kind of like cursed with directors just having a nightmare.
They're trying to fix their Superman films. Stop making Superman like a dick or something. Just make him just a straight up good guy. Then you won't have any problems. There's a villain in the movie. Make him the villain. Anyway, we're gonna jump into this. I can do a 10-9-8. I can do a little countdown if anyone wants to rewatch this with us, but Valerie won't be. Maybe Robbie will. Anyway, here we go. I'll do it for us so that you click at the right moment.
Yeah, so we're gonna click on go, yeah?
Yeah, I can do. Yeah, so it's basically a countdown from. There's a fucking fly. There's a countdown from 11. I get. Well, it's from 10, but then the 11th is the go, right?
Yeah.
I guess that's what happens. All right.
Do it in French. Do it in French.
Really? Do you understand the numbers though?
Yes. All I have to do is count the 10 numbers anyway, but...
All right. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Done. See? That was cool. I like that. I don't like this.
Oh, are you watching with us, Robbie? Because I did the countdown. I hope you
did it in French.
I did it in French. I'm sorry. Warner Brothers Pictures.
So Danny Elfman came back to do the music for this, didn't he? And I remember reading that he brought back like some of the hero fanfare from other movies, which is confusing, right?
Well, I mean, they each have kind of their own theme. At this point, I think Wonder Woman had come out and she had her own theme, so it's, this was cool. I like this. This is very Marvel though, but
it's very Marvel, yeah. But
it's cool. I like it.
They're comic book companies. They kind of got to do their own thing. They've got lots of characters.
Good on you, Robbie. You're watching in sync. Good.
Oh, yeah.
May courage be with you.
Here we go. Here's the mustache. I'm doing it for a podcast. This is me. It's just Justice Lad.
This is your kid in the future.
That mustache looks terrible.
It's the upper lip.
It looks like he's doing this. Why would Superman be talking to a kid? What the fuck?
Pause for effect. Cut. Boom.
No one's
camera
footage looks like that.
The correct answer is pizza, by the way.
Pizza?
Well, what's the best thing about planet Earth?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you don't need to look too far. Maybe he doesn't eat pizza.
This looks like Schneider footage that's had the color turned right up. It looks like, because his films are usually shot really dark. It looks like someone's turned the exposure up.
This looks like a TV movie for like Watchmen. Here we go. All right, you're getting into the thick of it.
Oh, hello, Batman.
Who were you expecting, though?
That seems like a waste of time.
Yeah, if I were a baddie and I knew that Batman was around, I'd just piss off. I wouldn't try to shoot him.
Isn't that the dude from the TV show about serial killers? What's it called? David Fincher's TV show.
I don't know.
Slow mo. Wait, what?
Fear. They can smell it. He wanted the dude's fear, so
Oh.
that the creature that could smell the fear would come.
What are the odds that someone's burgling a building at the same time? These things are.
Mindhunters, says Fathery. God, I had to take on the volume, but it's so loud a movie.
Yeah, me too. What is this CGI abomination? This isn't
It's your
Picard.
favorite Batman villain.
I don't even know. It looks like something from the Avengers. Looks like those alien things.
Oh, here we go.
Oh dear. Oh dear. Wait. My thoughts exactly, Alfred.
Okay, thank you, Valerie. Bye.
Why is the burglar still there? Leave!
Well, they changed buildings in between times, so he clearly followed them to another building somehow.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Got to assemble the team. That looked really awkward.
That's what I said in the conversation with PJ. I said, like, that looks shit.
It looks like Batman was drunk and just trying to hop over a pipe.
It looks like Ben Affleck trying to be cool. That's what it looks like.
Oh my god, is that the logo reveal?
Yes, bit of a
What?
flex.
Oh no.
Oh.
This should be like the triumphant Justice League movie, right? The Justice League logo should be like dun, 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 dun. But instead we just got this.
It's all about tone, sir. They're trying to make it sad and bleak.
I don't want it to be sad. It's supposed to be an event movie, right?
I don't know what
We've
people think
finally
of this
seen
song.
Justice League.
I enjoy this song. I don't know if it works with the movie itself, but who's singing?
J.K. Simmons is in this.
Yes.
Oh, he plays doesn't he play Gordon? Commissioner Gordon.
Mm.
What a waste of what
Just
a waste of
talent
J.K.
all around.
Simmons. Yeah. The cast is so good. Oh dear.
They must spend a lot of money on just like cast alone in these things, right?
Oh yeah.
And then
I
you
think
give
they-
them lines like "They smell fear."
They spent a lot of money on this film, though, didn't they? It's like it's easily a 200 mil film.
This was a $300 million movie.
Oh my god! Yeah, the reshoots and
The reshoots. And then
Christopher Nolan produced this.
the Snyder Cut ones
What's that guy doing?
is kicking oranges and peaches.
Why? Oh, because he's got a death metal hoodie on. Oh, he's a racist.
He is.
If you wear a death metal hoodie, I better get rid of those. Actually,
Yeah, your tattoos as well.
man.
Clearly negative signs. No, but it's because Superman is no longer around to keep his racism in check.
There's loads of heroes. There's Aquaman.
Well, there you go.
I
That's
tried.
Aquaman.
What does that mean? What does that mean?
I don't know. He tried to put his life back in order.
Is he blaming Superman for being homeless? Oh, London though. Instantly, the film is.
Oh yeah, just gives it an extra something.
I
They always show
great.
cars in London. Didn't London blocked off like all of the center of
No,
London?
you could drive around parts. I mean, you need to. Oh, it's him. It's Game of Thrones. Roose Bolton.
Oh,
Great Trekkie. I did like Amy Adams as Lois, but she has kind of been sabotaged by being in terrible movies. Although I will say that
I like
am
Amy Adams quite a
I'm
lot.
one of those people that liked Man of Steel. I liked Man of Steel.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I quite liked how different it attempted to be. I mean, it wasn't perfect.
So I like this. This to me feels it feels equally Nolan Batman, but it also feels kind of
I mean, that CGI shot isn't Nolan Batman.
no that's garbage. But I like the what is it the things floating around in the sky.
How did she get up there?
She learned to fly in Wonder Woman 1984.
Why would she go up there?
Why not?
I've still not seen.
How do you do cool entrances? Well, she learns to fly. Spoilers in '84, which means by this movie, she should know how to fly.
Right.
But see, this is the problem with making the Justice League movie before you develop the powers of the characters. They didn't know that yet.
Gal Gadot, she's a fantastic Wonder Woman, though.
The countdown's already begun. He looks like he's straight out of a bloody what is he called again?
I'm a British character, and I'm already a terrorist. I'm also a terrorist as well.
What's he called? The guy who did Snatch.
Guy Pearce.
Yeah, Guy Ritchie.
Guy Pearce. Oh dear.
Oh, here we go. If you don't break the door, then you're not a true superhero.
Oh my god. That's such a bad idea.
Boom.
Pretty nifty. What are they trying to do, though? They just...
That was the acting career of the guy's life. He gave it everything. The no doubt.
No!
Good on him.
What the fuck is he doing?
That extra gave the movie 120%, and the movie only gave its 20. So
What line was that? What kind of line is that? I believe
that is mainly those kind of lines are basically what makes up Wonder Woman 1984. That kind of dialogue. Also, she X gonna give it to you. Boom.
Can't wait to
She is the Flash in that scene. She could run pretty fast in that scene.
I can't wait to watch Wonder Woman 84. I've just got to watch the other 83 movies first.
Yeah. The jokes.
Oh. Right, what's going on here? Jason Momoa is kind of man look goals, though, isn't he? Like, if you could look like someone, I mean,
I'd rather look like Chris Evans personally, but
I mean, yeah,
they're all very handsome,
very handsome men. I'm comfortable saying that. Oh, Aquaman now speaks Norwegian. Grey Trekkie, watch Aquaman, right? Because it's terrible, but it's also amazing. Like, I had so much fun watching Aquaman, and there's one scene that like melted my brain.
It's such
It's
a stupid movie, Robbie.
just watch it. Just watch it as a comedy.
Just watch it for what it is. Watch it as a corny action film made by someone who's never made an action film in his life. He's only done horror.
Oh, James Wan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he took every cliche from every action film that he knew that he loved, and he crammed them into like a fish spectacle.
Cliche, the movie, and it swims
Underwater.
It's got Willem Dafoe in it though, and
It does.
like,
watch The Lighthouse. That's a bit of Willem Dafoe film.
what a movie! That's the Aquaman movie. Stop calling him Batman in front of people. What's wrong with you? Wait, does everyone know that he's Batman?
Clearly in this village, probably.
What is he doing? It's very homoerotic. again, not complaining, but it's
Well, now there's people watching, so the kink is elevated, I guess.
yeah. A whole village is watching.
Ooh.
Wait, how does he know he's Batman? Because that's the first time they've met, right?
No, he explains it to him here.
What's the point? Why did he grow a beard when he doesn't? He didn't have to grow a beard. Was that just to symbolize the passing of time?
Maybe. Perhaps. Who knows?
Why does his plane look like a bat cave?
You know what it looks like? It looks like the Borg cube from
Picard.
Yeah.
Oh, Grey Trekkie is never going to watch Aquaman, is he? Okay, it sounds fun. That's like a no. More important things to do in my time.
So many people praised Aquaman and so many people praised Shazam. They're both absolute garbage to me. I hate them both.
I think Shazam is probably. I mean, I've not seen this, and this might be my favorite movie of all time. I think Shazam is probably the best DC movie I've seen, but it's still cliche, and it's just not fresh. It's a film that if you watched it, you go, "Wait, did this film come out in 2002?" It's a very dated movie. The way it's made, the way it progresses, and
the way it tries to be meta doesn't feel fresh to me. The same way, I guess, kind of maybe the Deadpool 1 did when it came out.
Yeah. So they're now okay.
I don't like this Alfred, but anyway.
I love Jeremy Irons. I love him. He's a treasure. But he's not an Alfred, is he?
Well, I think it's also just the duo, because I'm not a fan of Batfleck. So like the duo Ben Affleck and this Alfred just never really worked for me. But here they're basically, teaming up for he's looking for members of who will become his team.
So they're basically trying to condense the superhero origin movies into like, he's been doing it for a minute, mate. Be patient. Come on.
He leaned. Oi. Oh, see, look.
That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
Oh, you enjoyed that?
I did enjoy that, actually. Greatly. Oh no, is he super secret?
I mean, clearly he didn't do it to himself, so.
No. Oh, it's Dr. Manhattan. I'm trying to remember his name. What's his name? Blah, blah, blah. I should have Wikipedia up so I sound smarter than I am, but
I'll look it up.
I'm done with pretending to be smart. Yeah, El Grey Trekkie. Yeah, Michael Caine is the Batman. The Batman. He's the Alfred, isn't he? Master Wayne.
John Wesley Shipp. Is that it? No, that's the other one from the Flash.
No, it's no.
No, that's the Billy Crudup.
That's it. Yeah.
The other one is from the show.
All right. Is this the original Flash?
What do you mean?
I think I remember reading something about how Billy Crudup was the original Flash. Maybe not. I don't know.
Yes, I think so. No, not Billy Crudup. The other one. The other one from the Flash TV show, I think, was the original Flash in the 90s TV show.
Right.
They brought him back to be like Barry's father, I think, but then they brought him back as the Flash from the 90s because even that show is connected somehow to...
I tell you what, I'm always super stoked to see Joe Morton in a movie. Like, this man can have all of the guest appearances in any movie. You guys are whispering at each other from across a chasm.
So you won't notice it while watching because it's very hard to notice, but this guy's badge, he's in multiple scenes. He's in this scene and then another scene. His name changes. And also the photo is not him.
Why? Wait, does it go anywhere?
No. That was the biggest theory craft. When this film came out, it was a big meme of like the biggest thing that people had with this movie is like, but who's this guy? Is he a shapeshifter? Why is his name changing? Why is this photo different? Anyway.
Oh no.
Oh.
This film is, I mean, we're what, 20 minutes in. It's so busy.
There's a lot going on.
It's so busy.
A lot of setup.
Like it's like Rise of Skywalker levels of kind of overwhelming in what it's throwing at you. It's not. It's moving at a slower pace than Rise of Skywalker, so you can breathe. But
you haven't really seen villains for the moment. You've seen Fear Monster flying around.
Is that what it was? A fear monster?
Not really. It has a true name that I can't remember. I can't give a shit about, actually.
Don't scratch the furniture, mate. Come on.
Ooh.
I always liked Cyborg from the comics when I was growing up, and
Really?
I kind of, I mean, I know he's a minor character, but given Ray Fisher's casting, I think they had a really good opportunity to actually go and do like a Black Panther-esque movie, but with Cyborg. I don't know why they didn't do it, and yeah, and obviously Ray Fisher now absolutely hates everybody that works for Warner Brothers. So it's, I think, a missed opportunity there. Oh, okay. That looked terrible.
What, all of this island?
The island reveal, like that.
Oh, they're passing through
That looked...
the hiding or whatever it is.
Oh, I know, but it just looked really hokey.
Well, this is some of the best CG in the film. Just wait.
Oh no.
They have to set up every single character one by one. It's so much. They should all have their own movie before this comes out, so you don't have to do all this.
Yes, it feels to me. I mean, this is what Avengers was able to do. It was able to thrust you and me. This, I'm assuming, this is where we see the big bad, if I remember correctly, from the trailers. and the video essays. But like, this is where Avengers would begin. Like, you start with the thrust into conflict. You've already got the characters set up. They're now thrusting us into conflict. We don't know anybody still, apart from Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman. Do you think there might have been some almost an arrogance about the fact that, you know, they're like, oh, you'd know who Cyborg is?
I don't think anyone knew who Cyborg was. Because I didn't know who Cyborg was at all before this thing began. Like, I knew everyone else, but I didn't know Cyborg personally.
Is this Steppenwolf? Oh,
There
okay,
you go.
yeah.
There you go.
Thanks, character. Is that a beard, or are they horns?
He looks like is the horns. Horns at the bottom. He looks like he came out of a cutscene from like Warcraft.
Was that a photon torpedo sound effect?
Just jacking effects from other films.
Why didn't they just start firing at him immediately? Where did the portal come from?
He can make a portal.
But like, how did they know to be there? Like, we didn't have any dialogue saying like, "Oh, we're seeing some weird things happen in the cave thing."
Oh well, the box was lighting up or moving or something. The box was emitting energy, whatever's. So they knew something was happening, and he must have used the box to portal himself towards it or something. One. There we go. Like, he doesn't have the strength to just walk through the rocks. He has to do the X first.
And that's a transformer.
Well, the sound, yeah, it's very. I think it because the box is very Tesseract, isn't it?
Yeah.
That kind of sound. What are they?
It's
called?
all just very. I've seen this before in many films. Oh dear. That's not good.
Parademons. That's the name of the beasts.
The little fly things.
The fly things. The parademons.
What's the point?
You will love me.
Wait, how did they know? Like, did they light the beacons or something?
So,
This film is scrambling my brain.
well, yeah, it's only just begun, though.
At least Connie Nelson survived. Like the beacons!
So I've always noticed something with these Justice League movies and the Wonder Woman movies, and I think it's very Gal Gadot has a very specific accent, and I don't think she can get rid of her accent. That's just how she speaks. But I find that all of the other actors that they have that are part of like her community, her island, they all put in the effort to changing their accents so that it resembles Diana's, so that it resembles Gal Gadot's.
That is some incredible archery skills.
Oh yeah,
My word.
look at that.
That's like Legolas, eat your heart out, mate. Yeah, well, I mean, Connie Nielsen is, if I remember correctly, she's Danish, so she would be coming with some sort of kind of European Nordic accent. But I know what you mean. Like, we're not hearing any like, "Hey, what's up, y'all?"
Welcome to the island.
I'm a Wonder Woman guy, y'all. No Elnors on this island. Aliens stole my husband. I thought Superman in the background for a second. Why did they beep out alien?
Well, they beeped out ass, I think.
Yeah. Why is that bothering us so much? Is that how they still talk to each other at newspaper agencies? Hey, surname. Hey, tube. You got a story yet?
No one's ever called me Vickery. You know what I mean? I've never been called that.
Well, if somebody calls me by my surname, I'd be like, "You want to fucking go? Come on, then."
You automatically assume it's like a fight.
Yeah. Call me. I've got a first name for a reason. Call me it. Trek lad.
So I don't exactly know how to pronounce his name, but I think it's Ciaran or Kieran Hins.
I call him Kieran. It's Kieran.
Kieran Hins. Anyway, he's a brilliant fucking actor.
Mm.
He's so good, and he was amazing in The Terror. I don't know if you've seen that.
Anyway, very versatile.
Yeah. So he's our boy behind Steppenwolf.
Yeah. Definitely got the notes and the voice. What a horror! What another waste.
Yeah, I agree.
But dude got paid. All these people got paid.
Oh yeah, I hope so. I hope they got paid enough. I hope their agents got as much money as they could out of this.
When they announced Ben Affleck as Batman, I was on board with that straight away. We already had Henry Cavill as Superman. And when they announced a movie with both of them, I was like, how could this fail? How could it fail? Then Martha happens.
I was a bit, and I know that a lot of people liked Ben Affleck. Like everyone, a lot of people liked the idea. I was cross because they had originally said that when they wanted to cross, like I didn't necessarily want them to use the Nolan Batman and cross over that with Man of Steel. I wanted the Nolan trilogy to stay what it was. But their first statement was, we're not going to use Christian Bale because he's too old. And then they cast Ben Affleck, and I was like, he's older. So you've got to get someone older than Christian Bale.
I don't know if they just said that because, I mean, I'm really glad they didn't bring Christian Bale into these movies.
I agree on that. But I was expecting someone young. Like they're going the Robert Pattinson route here. I think that's fantastic.
Yeah,
he's gonna kill it.
I mean, just judging based on a minute of seeing him in a trailer, I'm like, yeah, nailed it, nailed it. Saying that though, first time I watched that trailer, I was like, I don't really care much for this. But then I watched it again, and then I was like, this is fucking amazing. Cannot wait for that film. But you know it's going to get delayed. We're not going to see it until 2022 probably now.
God, yeah.
Ugh.
Technically speaking, with COVID, I think the Flash TV show is supposed to only run for 7 years. Maybe it'll run for 8. So Ezra Miller was cast as the Flash before Grant Gustin was cast as the Flash. But I think that Grant Gustin will end his 7 or 8 year run TV show before Ezra Miller gets his movie.
Are they still making a Flash movie?
Yeah.
Oh wait, are we getting exposition here?
Yes, this is.
Oh dear.
They don't look scary.
Fuck is all this? It's just noise.
Basically, it's 3 boxes that terraform the planet to make it look like Steppenwolf's original planet.
They're just doing Lord of the Rings now.
And every time he kills someone, they come back as one of his parademon zombie fly bug things.
Wait. What? Did we just see Green Lantern? Where's the Green Lantern movie? Wait.
It was supposed to be called Green Lantern Corps, and that was delayed indefinitely as well. But that was the first official reveal for Green Lantern.
Wait, are we getting Green Lantern in the Zack Snyder cut?
I don't know. I don't think so.
We're not going to get like a crazy Ryan Reynolds cameo, are we? Because I thought he disavowed that shit. Is that even part of the DCEU, or is that?
No. That's pre DCEU.
God, that film was terrible.
Yeah,
it's a nightmare.
It's not as if the DCEU was any better than it.
This is the plot of the Lord of the Rings.
It is.
Fuck. Even looks like a Siludor. He's probably going to go, oh, I like the look of that box. I'm going to dig it up. Oh, my God. Who wrote that line? Who wrote this?
I agree with the line, though, even if it's just dumb as hell the way it's said.
Just
the way it's put together.
So Josh Whedon actually wrote this movie. He did the screenplay. The story is Chris Terrio and Zack Snyder, and then the screenplay, Josh Whedon came in on it.
Okay.
Oh my God. Okay, so Chris Terrio also wrote Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker. This makes so much sense. Wait, how did Cyborg get there?
He knew they were there.
How?
Well, he's got mad hacking powers now.
Why would he hack that though? All we saw was him in his house just being angry for some reason.
No, there was a scene where you saw him like develop his powers for like a second.
How did he get from the side of a lake to there?
Oh, a few hours must have passed.
His digs look pretty cool, actually. I wouldn't mind that as a studio. Bit of edgy graffiti on the wall.
Oh, all of that. You mean his little flash cave?
Oh, yeah. Want a Treklad cave. I mean, the electricity bill looked like it'd be through the roof. Unless he's got some sort of like treadmill generator that he just goes on for like a second and he's generating the power.
He's his own hamster.
Yeah, Marvel is doing way better than DC. Yeah, it's kind of sad though. really upsets a lot of the DC fanboys and girls. And it's why would you do that? What if you got him in the middle of his face?
He's so sure that it's the Flash, but it is true that if he wasn't the Flash, he would have just killed the guy.
Yeah, but I think the biggest mistake DC did was try and copy the Marvel mold.
Also, I feel like some people agree and some people disagree with Zack Snyder's kind of very dark vision of what the DCU should have been.
I think the thing is, though, is at least there's consistency there, right?
It's just let him do it. You know what I mean? Either don't do the dark tone, tell him straight off the bat, no, we don't want that, and hire someone else, or pull him in and make him do it. Just
exactly,
let him run with it.
There's a reason they hired him. That's the kind of film he makes. That's what he does. That's his visual style. And 300. I know people for some reason don't like that movie anymore. I still love that movie.
No, they don't like the second one, I think.
Is there a second one?
There is.
Wow.
It's hot trash.
I didn't even know they made a second one. But I was a Zack Snyder fan when he. I thought his Dawn of the Dead remake was great.
Yes, I agree.
And I really liked 300.
Yes.
I really liked Watchmen. I love Watchmen. I think it's a great movie.
Maybe not that one.
You've not seen Watchmen?
I haven't seen it in a long time. I saw it when it came out. But now I have to watch that 3.5 hour edit with everything in it. There's even an animated section, I think, in it.
Yeah, I've not seen that version yet, but I think it's a good movie. I think it does miss some of what makes the original comic so special.
What about Sucker Punch?
I've not seen Sucker Punch. I've seen the Owl movie that he made.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Guardians of Gulula.
I like that more than I think most people do.
It's underrated.
Ooh.
What is this, Netflix subtitles? Have you seen all of the mess at the moment with Taylor Swift? No, she's just... I think she's cancelling Netflix.
Oh, she's cancelling Netflix.
Mm.
Well, doesn't she have her movie on Disney Plus anyway? So she doesn't care.
Well, her film Miss Americana was on Netflix, I think. I think she's got some stuff on Disney Plus. So I think the allegiance has switched, and I don't know.
Whatever.
I don't know quite what it's all about, really.
Wasn't there a scandal with Taylor Swift in the LGBT community as well a few years back or months back or whatever it is?
Yeah.
There's always scandals.
So much scandal. That looked really fake. That looks green screened.
What, all of it?
I don't know. The background looked really weird.
I'm trying to look at around her face.
I also don't think the cyborg design looks that great.
Yeah, I agree.
It looks really... the Iron Man suit, even from the early Iron Man movies, looks like a legit piece of hardware.
Physical suit, though, in the first one.
Yeah, but in the second one with the press the button and it turns it looks legit. That looks like shit. Is that an Infinity Stone in his head or something?
He went and jacked the Infinity Stone from the Avengers. It kind of looks like the plasticky shit that they put on Martian Manhunter. Well, not Martian Manhunter, but there's a character. There's what's he called? The evil Superman guy. What is Martian Manhunter? Anyway, they stuck a thing on someone in Supergirl and it looked really garbage.
That boat looks like crap. I'm not surprised it's sinking.
How mean. Why do they
Sorry.
have milk crates? Ugh.
All right, now he's got a broken back. Oh, and look, he just happened to have whiskey in his fucking hand. Amazing. What is this, Star Trek Picard?
I mean, I would be a bit cross personally if I were just sitting there with my mates having a drink and then someone laid a wet man down on my table.
I'll be like, excuse me, can you take him somewhere else? There was still a sip left in that, mate. Don't waste booze. You didn't even pay for it. Unless he's got some sort of arrangement with
got
that.
An open tab.
Well, it's like I'll save people and just bring them here. And wait, is he the Iron Man of the DCEU or something?
He's the underwater torpedo.
Uh-oh. How does Steppenwolf know where to find them?
I don't know exactly how he knows how to locate them. Oh, the noise begins. I have seen all of these other standalone, like all of these other movies, like the Aquaman movie. And the Wonder Woman movies. I still don't understand who has what kind of power. She can remove water at will, and
if I remember correctly,
does she do that in Aquaman?
I can't remember. All I remember about Aquaman is I laughed at it a lot.
Did you like it when he stepped out of the waterfall? Oh no, he stepped in the waterfall. Something like that. He was really sexy before he walked.
I know Trekwife liked it.
Oh, okay.
Big fan of that movie.
Oh, wow.
In fact, no, I don't think she's seen it. She just likes the pictures.
Oh, okay.
And when I say Trekwife, I mean Trekland. What is happening?
He's stealing the mother box.
Oh, this is easy. This
Follow
is too
along.
easy.
Hit him with that Avatar Last Airbender healing power, yo.
That looks like a completely different scene. So this doesn't... I don't think this makes sense because in Aquaman, they meet for the first time.
So is this before or after Aquaman? This is...
Oh, I'm so confused.
This is pre-Aquaman, right? When Aquaman comes in...
It's not the same.
She's also very different.
It's not the same universe. This isn't the same Aquaman. I'm going to assume that they're going to just try and explain this away by the multiverse theory or something. They have to, right?
Just use the Flash film to like say that he did Flashpoint and everything reset at some point. That's why if there's errors, it's fine, whatever. But yeah, this is the problem. Once you make, the Justice League movie and then they wanted to ignore it because they didn't like it anymore, all of the other subsequent movies kind of just, I don't know.
It's such a mess. It's such a mess. Is this Wanda and Pietro? No, wrong universe. Yeah, we're 47 minutes into this movie, right?
Yes.
And
do you understand the plot?
So Steppenwolf is trying to grab a load of boxes for some reason, and everybody knows who Batman is, and he's trying to put together a team to stop him, and Aquaman isn't interested, and I is this I what's this? What's happening now? How does Lois fit into this story? Where's Superman? Oh, he's dead, isn't he?
Yes, Superman's dead at this point. So the mother boxes have been calling him, apparently. Did you like that? Did you like all the CG scenes? No, you didn't like that. Okay.
I don't get it. I don't.
He's chosen a remote Russian place to set up his to basically begin his terraformation. They are like flies, Robbie. They're disgusting insect things.
This is a mess. JK!
Hey!
Why have they put a wig on him, though? Oh, my God.
Well, at least he got to keep his mustache. His mustache.
It's a powerful mustache. Is that Lil Wayne?
I don't know who that is, who that actor is, but anyway, that was it. That was his role. Moving on.
Is that it? Wow. That was a pretty gratuitous butt shot, Josh. No, it's okay. Everybody knows who he is now.
But only in that Norwegian village.
Ben Affleck's hair has changed 19 times in this film as well.
His hair changes as much as like whether he wants to be or not be Batman. Because originally he was supposed to be the Batman in the Batman movie after this. He was supposed to direct it too, and then he said, "No, I'm not going to be Batman. I'll just direct it." And he's like, "No, I'm going to write it and direct it and star in it." And then he's like, "No, I don't want anything to do with it." Here's the potential perp. Here he is.
Costume designs look great, with the exception of, I mean, Cyborg looks good. I mean, I wish they'd kind of polished up the CGI a little bit more. It does look really.
The costume itself, like if you're looking at the bottom of it, looks all right. I think it's where it blends with his face that doesn't look too well.
This looks moody. Like, this looks Zack Snyder-esque. This is.
So I don't like that humor. I know that PJ said that he liked it, and he said that that was one of the things that people praised. People said that they enjoyed the Flash and the humor that they gave him in the film.
But it's kind of at odds with what we're seeing and the story content, right? Because I mean, this is supposed to be a Zack Snyder movie. It's supposed to not really have that much humor in it. So it seems to me like the injection of humor would probably be like a Josh rewrite or a reshoot or something like that. Oh dear.
Shall I feed them?
This looks really bad. It's a 200 million plus movie.
Yeah, it's more than that, I think. Yeah, it's 300. 300 million.
I don't like this humor. It's like, is that how you would react if you saw a bunch of
it doesn't
alien
work for
flies?
me. But the funny thing is, like, this kind of humor that they use for like the when they first introduced the Flash into the Arrowverse, so like when the Flash became the first spin-off show of Arrow, that humor worked because Arrow was like a hard ass, not very talkative, badass Green Archer, and then they've got this little kid. Basically, he's a student. He comes in and so that kind of, I don't know, the contrast worked, but mainly because even if Arrow was dark and gritty as a character, he was in a TV show that was still pretty corny and pretty, the TV show was lighthearted to some certain extent, right? And you didn't have to take it very seriously. This film feels like you need to take it very seriously. And so just Flash doing all his little jokes of like, I've never saved anyone. I don't know. It works with Spider-Man in Civil War, being impressed by all of these heroes. Like, oh, you can go really big.
I feel like, as much as I love Nolan's Batman movies, and they are kind of the pinnacle of the quality of Batman movies and also superhero movies in general, to a degree, I feel like what we're seeing here is the legacy of how Nolan's movies actually negatively affect comic book movies, because you have this dark palette and this realism, but then Marvel come along and they make movies that have this wonderful kind of injection with the balance of humor and action. And what DC are trying to do is they're trying to do Marvel, but with the palette of and realism of Nolan, and the two don't go well together.
It's like we need to recapture what Nolan did with his like very realistic and down to earth Batman, but we also need a Thanos because we need some sort of attacker from space. But then like that doesn't work. No one came from space in the Nolan films.
And there is humor in Nolan's Batman movies, but it's a different kind of humor that doesn't come at weird, jarring moments.
Pre-fight scenes.
Yeah.
The humor comes from how the Joker killing the dude with the pin.
Yeah.
And how, you know what I mean?
It's in character. It's in character, isn't it? It works.
The humor of him telling a different story about how he got the scars to everyone, you know what I mean?
Well, this kind of the humor in this is buddy cop kind of humor, and it's like it's buddy cop in what's supposed to be an epic team up movie that you've been waiting for years, and a lot of the humor I've noticed is coming from Batman, which is so weird because in Batman versus Superman, he was so dour, he was so like serious, and it's like it's not even the same character in this.
I think they tried to give everyone a bit of humor, you know what I mean?
Ugh. This is very Snydery, with the color just kind of turned right. The vibrance is like maxed.
I don't think this movie is aesthetically pleasing. I think it's just visually horrendous, the whole of it.
It's quite. Is this supposed to be some sort of Quicksilver ripoff now? I mean, I know that the character.
Well, that's how they do fast characters now, isn't it? This is every time they have like a Flash or a Quicksilver or even a Yo-Yo in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. This is kind of how they do them now.
Yeah, I mean, the powers are exactly so. I don't know who's older as a comic character, Quicksilver or Flash, but I mean, we've already seen Quicksilver do this in like Days of Futures Past, and are they doing like a sexy time laugh
I
thing?
don't know. I must admit that the kind of thing that they do in movies where like the character falls on another character or on the love interest or whatever, like I've never liked that because I've never felt like that's ever happened in real life. No one has ever fallen onto someone like that in real life, I feel. Then again, we don't fight parademons in real life,
Do you
but
know what they should have done with this? Is I think that they had the opportunity to have our heroes face Steppenwolf and the Parademons or whatever they're called on their own, fail, and then realize that they're better together, stronger together, and then that would create the need for the Justice League. And then they all come together, and then they beat Steppenwolf.
it's kind of that.
They've kind of done this team up an hour too early.
Well, they don't have the team yet.
Well, there's, I mean, we're only missing Aquaman, and you know, however they bring Superman back. So they got most of the team.
Most of the team.
And what they're kind of insinuating here is that without Superman, they're no good. I'm assuming a Superman. I'm assuming because I mean, as soon as Superman turns up, he just beats him, right?
But remember the first Avengers. That's the whole movie. It's like, but we can't be the Avengers without Iron Man. We'll just lose.
Well, I mean, in the Avengers battle in New York, I mean, the heroes, with the exception of probably Hawkeye, all had a moment to shine in that final battle.
Oh, Hawkeye had a moment. He was firing those arrows off that building. What are you talking about?
So useful with his arrows. Well, they even mentioned that in Age of Ultron, didn't they? They're like, yeah, I'm running around with arrows.
I actually like, so Hawkeye, whatever, but Clint, the guy behind Hawkeye,
Yeah.
I actually like him, and I think he was a great addition. And I like the fact that they went back to his house, and he's got his family, and the way they used him in Endgame was brilliant too.
Yeah.
But that's because at the end of the day, it's kind of like in Dragon Ball Z, right? You got Krillin, and it's like no one respects Krillin because he's so weak. But it's like he can fly. Y'all forget he's a fucking human. He's the only fucking human in your team, and he can fly like everyone else. You got no respect for him. So it's kind of the same thing with Clint. Clint's out there fighting the good fight, but he's just a dude. He doesn't have super strength or anything. He doesn't even have a super suit. They're talking about the film.
Wait, were they in Gotham this entire time?
Oh no. Yes, we understand the plot.
Wait, did he have the mother box?
Well, his father had it, I think, hidden somewhere. Right?
Who are these people?
So that was all happening. I don't think it's Gotham, but I think it's Metropolis or something. Well, that's all happening where dude was, studying the mother box somewhere in America.
Right.
And so they went to get the mother box. Those parademons, they failed. And now Cyborg has taken it. Yes, of course. Insect repellent. Raid! But you're not 5, though. You're 25. It doesn't work for me. You maybe like it. I don't know.
So it's the Genesis wave, but in
Yes.
the DCEU, right?
But you need 3 mother boxes.
Well, that just sounds. It just doesn't sound optimized to me.
What's my favorite DC film, as in the DCEU, Robbie? Because in the DCEU, as it stands, I think my favorite is still Wonder Woman, even if I think the third act falls to kind of pieces. But I still do think it's my favorite. It's the only one that has a message, also. Because Wonder Woman is not just like Wonder Woman. The first one is not just about basically sexism and the struggle of women. It's about the struggle of anyone that's kind of other. Because in her team, she has there's like the Arab French, and they struggle a lot in France. And she's got this ragtag team of people that are basically outcasts or pushed aside. And so yeah, I like that. And I think I actually think it's pretty well structured, and I think that the plot's pretty good.
I think I agree. I think Wonder Woman's. I have major issues with the final act as well. It got silly. But I think Shazam had the same kind of silliness in the final act.
Shazam at least hasn't lost its value because it doesn't have a sequel. But I feel like the Wonder Woman 84 takes away from Wonder Woman regarding Chris Pine and that kind of stuff. So,
I mean, favorite DC movie has to be The Dark Knight. It's the best one. It's the best DC property adaptation. But if that didn't exist, I'd probably say either Superman 2 or Tim Burton's first Batman movie.
I was gonna say, I like those original. I like the original Batman.
I would have loved to have seen a team up between Michael Keaton and Christopher Reeve. That would have been just amazing. But
they're bringing Michael Keaton as Batman back in the Flash movie.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about it. I mean, we've already seen like Birdman went very meta with that kind of thing, didn't it?
That was a very interesting film. That
I love that film. Just in awe of that film. Do I need to pay attention to what they're saying? I'm assuming they're probably arguing about something now, and there's going to be some.
You tend to go silent when you're interested. You see what I mean? So if you're just talking about something. No, they're not really.
It's like there's like.
Yeah. Okay. This is gonna get. Here we go. They're not enough. To finish, Robbie, I think my favorite DC movie at the moment of all of the DC movies would be Batman. Just Batman, 1989.
But the first Superman film is a landmark.
I haven't seen it.
We need. That's the next one. That's the next one.
An actual good movie.
It's fucking old, but old is gold. Old is gold, baby.
You're in the movie theaters at the moment. How do you feel? Like having spent money and you finished your popcorn by now. You finished your drink. You're just sitting there now.
What, this movie?
Yes.
Oh, I don't know what to think of it. Really,
you're regretting not having saved popcorn to still have something to do.
It's it's just a mess. It's just a mess. You can see the scenes that they filmed out of sequence and stitched together based on his hair, but also the lighting and the color palette, and it's just a smorgasbord of crap. And I don't care about much of it, but
that's a big problem.
This film was dead on arrival. This film was gonna fail no matter what. I don't know. I don't know why so many people were surprised. DC just ran into this. They rushed it so much. And also at the end of BVS or whatever you're going to call it, Ben Affleck's talking about the need to put a team together. Why? Like, there was no need to put a team together at that point. Now, don't have that line in it. Obviously, they had that. I mean, they had the line in there because it's like a dawn of justice. That whole subtitle was stupid. It's just whoever was planning this bloody cinematic universe.
I think they should stop the cinematic universe and either restart it or just not do a cinematic universe at this point. I think they should do standalone films like Joker.
If they are, I mean, because the rumor is that they are going to be doing J.J. Abrams is going to be doing a Superman movie, which is apparently going to have the first ever black Superman.
Oh, it's Michael B. Jordan, isn't it?
Which I'm there for. I think he'd make a great Superman. What do you think that could be a launching pad for a rebooted universe, or do you think they're just going to stick with standalone stuff?
Okay, so here's what I think. The Batman that's going to be with Robert Pattinson was supposed to be a prequel to this, right? That trilogy was supposed to be young Batfleck,
right?
But they have cast Gordon, and they've got a black actor. And so, as much as no one cares about the ethnicity of the actor, you can't just change the ethnicity of the character in between two films. So to me, that indicates it's like, and other things too. It indicates to me that it's not going to be connected, especially considering HBO Max want to release a TV show, like a Gotham-related TV show based on those films. I think that's the beginning of their new DCEU. Or at least what they're going to do is, if they want to keep these kind of in the mix, they're going to do a multiverse thing where all of their new movies proceeding on will take place in another universe in the multiverse.
I think
that Superman will take place in like these new Batman things.
I think they're going to do a multiverse. They've spent too much money on all this stuff. And I think that they're probably going to, I reckon they're going to do like a Crisis on Infinite Earths or whatever it's called. And bring all of that stuff into the movies as well.
Well, they want to bring Michael Keaton Batman and everything into the fold as well.
Is this? Oh, so okay. Wait, I thought they buried him.
Who?
Oh, they dug him up. They dug him up.
That was the whole scene. Yeah, they were discussing with the moral implications of digging up. You guys should be more respectful and keep the photograph.
Wait, are they going to resurrect him using the Mother Box?
Yes.
Well, I thought the Mother Box terraforms planets. Does the Mother Box do whatever the fuck they need it to do?
Well, Cyborg seemed to explain that the Mother Box can it basically brings life to things. You know what I mean? But yeah, it's kind of like the Genesis Project. It can destroy something to bring it to life or whatever. Oh my god, the reaction shot from Batman. Unamused. He's just standing there. So I always wonder if Ben Affleck by this point is still very confident in not only the movie but in his Batman, and if he's giving this his everything, or if he's already over it, like over everything.
He realized halfway through, he's like, this is gonna be a nightmare.
I can't tell if he's already like, this movie's shit. I don't want to do Batman anymore. Fuck it. I'm never gonna touch a superhero again in my life. Daredevil in this. Run.
So they're just dropping a cube on his face. That'll do it.
Well, no, they're going to charge the cube to wake up the cube once it touches the liquid from the ship. It all makes perfect sense. Have you never resurrected a Superman before?
Science.
Look at that. Look at it. Oh, touches the water, touches the finger.
So are you saying to me, right? If I want to resurrect a dead rabbit that we don't have, all I need to do is fill up a bath and drop a toaster in there and have the Flash
Well,
run.
yes and no. Your rabbit has to be from outer space.
Rabbit has to be fine. Is that what the fuck is going on? What happened to his clothes? He was in a suit. If the other clothes got disintegrated, why is he still got his pants on?
He looks he looks better without a shirt on. But I don't like the torn pants though. I think that's a bit weird.
Right, this isn't a reshoot because his moustache isn't there.
Look at all those CG cop cars in the back. They've got one and they copy pasted it. They've got the original one in the front, which is real, but all the other ones in the back, they just.
Oh my god, who are they using? Star Trek Picard's guys? Oh my god. He's like, I don't know who you are.
Should we bow?
Where did his clothes go? Did they just melt off because of the toaster?
See, that all looks real janky.
Oh my goodness me. Henry Cavill looks great.
I think he's the best actor of all of them. But the character that I enjoy the most in this film is Cyborg.
What is he doing? Why is this happening? Why? Like they was it just on a wish list? Like the studio's like, we have to have Superman face off against the Justice League. Like, I appreciate that there would be some confusion when they resurrect him, but I don't know. This just kind of looks like flashy shit for the sake of it. That looks terrible. That looks devastating.
I think I truly believe that there's a thing where in like someone looked at Marvel's The Avengers, the original one, and they're like, oh, it was so cool when Iron Man was fighting Thor, but that's of course because they don't know who they are basically, and there's the whole Loki situation. And someone said, oh, we need to have our heroes fight too. You know what I mean? Or the Hulk and Hulkbuster thing in Ultron is like, oh, but you need to find
but that
reasons. Like this is just he's come back from the dead and he's different.
We've only got 43 minutes left of this film. And he looks evil too. Like he looks like surely he shouldn't be like enjoying what he's doing. He should be confused and who are you and why are you doing this to me? And
yeah, he's not defending himself. He's just beating people up. So this is CG lip.
Yeah. It doesn't look that terrible there. It doesn't look as bad as it did in the first scene. Like, why are we seeing crazy vindictive?
Do you bleed?
Do bleed.
You guys were pretty high up. You should have made a bigger noise than that. It's just a light. It's like, yeah.
How does Lois know what's going on? That like it feels like there's a scene missing. Surely,
there was probably a helicopter filming all of this as it happened, right? Maybe.
It's like surely she could be in the office and then like.
Oh no, because what's his face? Alfred's in the car. Alfred went to get her to try and calm down Superman. Alfred must have thought, "Oh, I'll go get Lois," because he'll remember
Why
Lois.
is Superman the Hulk now? That's just embarrassing.
That's fake grass, isn't it?
I was too distracted by watching I mean, I thought Batman in Batman vs Superman was good, was decent. They've left the mother box unguarded. No, they were too busy fighting fake Superman Hulk, who was enjoying it. Oh, Jesus Christ, this film. That's original stuff, right? There's no moustache there.
Yeah, this I think will all be like the Snyder Cut will have a lot more of this kind of stuff, I think.
How is she not like, how are you alive? She's just like, hey, touch his chest. Let's go and look at the house that isn't even ours anymore.
Say, hey, don't you want a shirt?
What? It's so unavoidable. So avoidable. And the trope of edgy hero throws something against the wall as well to introduce the scene. Oh, conflict. Why is Batman such a twat in this film?
It's a bit strange how he seems to lack confidence as well.
But he's like he comes across like that line. He's like, "Can you put out a thing?" Like it's so like, why is he now a goofball?
Oh.
Why does she look like she's about to go to the superhero ball?
I was gonna say she went full Thor.
Yeah, she's got a date on Asgard or something.
Yeah, she's ready to go to Asgard.
She's like, "Oh fuck you guys, you're all done. Steppenwolf's gonna destroy your planet. I'm going to another place now."
I hate you all. You gave him the box. I'm leaving.
And we see Steppenwolf take the box off screen as well, and
I know, Robbie. Everyone told me that I have to watch the Superman and Lois thing. Oh my god, I will eventually in 2024, like he says. PJ,
can't watch it. Can't watch any of this. What am I doing?
Watch The Expanse. That's a definite win.
I need to. I really need to. Oh. This is
one of my biggest problems with this movie, and there are many, is that there comes a moment where I'm bored with it, and they have a big fight, but like you were saying earlier, they fail because they don't have Superman, right? And you kind of realize that there's still an hour left of movie at that point. I'm like, I'm already bored. I'm already done with your fight, but by the time that fight ends, we still need to go through all of this shit.
Don't drink. You're on the job.
He's Batman.
You gotta save the planet. Don't drink when it's done. Oh god, haven't we already had this scene?
No, now there's leaves underneath them. They were on grass earlier. See, this all looks fake. It's strange, doesn't it? It just.
It looks. It really looks like they're acting up against something, and the colors don't look right. It looks oversaturated. It looks like. It looks like they filmed it in a certain way that made it really difficult to then inject some color back in. And that sky looks fake as fuck.
Yeah, that's the thing, right? It's like, did they film this during the day, and now they've had to go and like inject a sunset into it? That looks a bit better, but everything behind Superman is disgusting.
I don't mind certain things looking fake. I mean, it is a comic book film, and it's a fantastical movie, isn't it? But that's a CGI lip, isn't it?
That's a fake mustache. That's a fake mustache or a fake lip. I don't mind all of the Lois and Clark things going on in this movie.
Well, she should be a little bit more like, "How are you back?" Explain. He's like, "Don't know." I don't like the fact that I wish Danny Elfman had brought in the Man of Steel themes in this film. I thought that the Hans Zimmer Man of Steel soundtrack was fantastic. Okay. The score was great. And really could have tied this in a little bit better with what we've seen in the past. But, okay. Bruce.
Yeah, they've all got those deep voices.
Ugh. Ugh. Goodness me.
Yeah, I think they have good chemistry at the very least. I like them together.
How did Martha know? Did Lois send her a text off air or something? Off air, off screen. Hey, Mum. I'm not dead after all.
Clarky.
Do we get any explanation as to why? We get any explanation as to why he was beating the crap out of people that he didn't know?
I think he just wasn't right in his head when they woke him up. Now he's feeling better because he's had a discussion.
It. He looks horny when he was beating them up.
I have to see Batman v Superman again, Robbie, but I'm gonna watch the Ultimate Edition because apparently, if you watch the Ultimate Edition, all of it makes sense and it becomes a better movie.
Yeah, I watched the Ultimate Edition first. I didn't watch the original release.
Okay.
And I didn't like the film, but I didn't hate it.
Okay.
What is going on? We've got some War of the Worlds stuff going on now.
Every single plot you can think of, every single thing, like just put some Lord of the Rings in with some War of the Worlds. Look at that. Fantastic. Beautiful scene. Yeah, that's what PJ's really sold me on the Ultimate Edition for Batman v Superman. He kept on saying it's really good. So when I go back to Batman v Superman, I won't waste my time with watching the original one.
I wouldn't say it's really good. I would just say I haven't seen the original, so I can't really. But it's still rubbish.
It's not a Snyder Cut situation, where Snyder Cut's going to be a completely different movie, which means I don't mind watching this one and watching Snyder Cut because they're going to be completely different. I just don't want to. The Ultimate Edition, I think, has like 30 or 45 minutes more in it, but the rest of it's the same movie. So I'm not going to go back and rewatch them both. You know what I mean? That seems like a waste of time. Well. Helicarriers look cooler. Sorry.
I really want to know, like, I mean, did they do reshoots for the Snyder Cut?
So did they just film everything on a green screen here?
Yeah.
And then they just...
I mean, you can actually see the compositing of the CGI.
They just put them there.
Yeah. So they know they resurrected Superman because they knew they weren't enough.
Mm-hmm.
Superman beats them all up, flies away. So then they kind of go, oh, well, we better kind of just... What's plan B? Plan A?
We'll try it anyway.
Yeah. They look confident now. Why would they be confident?
Well, they've had their first team fight, I think. Well, they lost as a team, I guess.
Ben Affleck looks so uncomfortable in
He does. He does. He looks...
He's like... Do you know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of a Joel Schumacher Batman movie. Like, something's happened. It's been crap. We're about to reach the end. It's still crap, but they've got different suits.
We've got to sell different toys, yo.
All this needs is bat nipples, and it is literally a Joel Schumacher movie.
Because he was sitting on the lasso, so that's why he was saying all of his truths.
But then it was only glowing when the script had to reveal that he was sitting on the... Why do they keep coming back to this family? How are they still alive?
So this is the only family left in like the vicinity or like close to...
How are they still alive? Like, they're going to have to take on the Borg Oblong, Borg Oval.
The Borg Egg.
The CGI hellscape. They all look...
He went full steampunk. He's got his glasses now.
He looks like Night Owl from Watchmen. Just minus the sex in the carrier thing.
This is before Aquaman. Yeah, of course it is, because he doesn't have the trident yet. He's got the Quindon. And then in Aquaman he finally gets the trident of friggin' owner of the sea, whatever it is. King of the oceans. Master of water.
Oh, that shot literally hurt my eyes. Oh my goodness. Okay, well, so much for that. That's gone.
They've made the Harry Potter shield crumble.
I experienced this during Man of Steel. I found the special effects and the chaos in the final third was so much.
Yeah,
that it just
I agree.
hard to watch.
I haven't seen Man of Steel a second time. I've only seen it once, and I haven't seen it since it was released when I saw it in theaters. And I still remember there's like a squid technology thing in space, and I still remember it just being so hideous and ugly. And I was there's so much death and destruction and just.
But it all feels hollow and
Yeah,
it's got no mass to it, and it's just CG scapes.
yeah. Robbie's right. That family is the only thing, that is supposed to make us emphasize, like, they're the only ones that give us a sense of stake, I suppose. But
well, yeah, I mean, like, why aren't they doing this in the middle of a built-up city and having
because
people?
they can't. Because we all bitched about it in Man of Steel, where they killed thousands of hundreds of people, right?
Oh.
Well, 5,000 people apparently is what.
Just ignore those people. It was. I mean, I think they went overboard with the destruction of Metropolis.
They did, but then they went overboard with this, where
they blew their load. They blew their load just too soon. They,
that's Justice League too, isn't it? They put out the Justice League too early. Now everyone's running away, but now see, there's multiple families now. There was just one house with one family, and now there's a lot of families now. All of this looks so garbage. You can tell everything is fake. They took a real car and put it in just all visual effects.
Do you know what doesn't excite me anymore? Explosions. I'm not. I've seen too many Michael Bay movies. I don't care anymore.
Well, when you're watching a smaller movie, like an independent movie, and they blow up a car, and they really do blow up a car.
Do you know what? This makes me pine for, like, I don't know, Lady Bird or something, like an indie darling movie. I want to watch something quiet.
You know what I watched the other day with wife on the tube? We watched Pretty Woman.
Oh,
and that came out in 1990 or something like that. And I didn't think it was as good as I thought it would be. But you know what blew me away is that the highest grossing film of that year was Ghost with Whoopi Goldberg. That was the highest grossing film, Ghost. There's no explosions in Ghost.
Can we watch Ghost next time? Or can we just watch... Like, I just want to watch... No. I just want to watch a nice, quiet movie. Bit of story. Not this fucking nonsense.
I take it you're not sold on Justice League then.
And also, like, you do run into the problem of they're going to be fine. No, they're going to be fine. They've already resurrected one character in this movie. They're not going to kill anymore. And also, Aquaman is flying through the air when he should be. Aquaman can't fly.
Well, he's been thrown.
I know he's being thrown. He's too comfortable.
Also, there's a big problem when you announce movies for characters before they're big. Like, you have Justice League come out, but everyone already had a movie announced, and they're not all going to be prequels. So it's like, all these characters are going to live to go on to their next movie, which is kind of the problem Sony had when Sony announced the Spider-Man 2 movie when he got dusted in Infinity War. It's like, yeah, but you just announced the next movie. We know he's coming back in Endgame somehow.
I hate this film.
Oh no. Dialogue. Flawless, impeccable dialogue. I'll get technical. You're on bug duty.
Is the problem, like, going back to what I was saying, is the problem that we've just had at this point too many of these movies?
Well, there's that, but I think also this is not one of those movies. You know what I mean? Because I think Ragnarok does a lot of this. Thor Ragnarok at the end, like in the final act.
Ragnarok's just fun, and it knows it's stupid.
Yes. But it has big stupid fight scenes like this at the end with Hela and this Fenris fighting Hulk and everything, and it's all stupid, right? Like the big fight scenes, it's all just big CG fight scenes. But it doesn't think it's the most important thing. Run, you fools! Yeah.
Oh my god!
All of this is just... It looks like a video game cutscene.
This whole film is a video game. This is just... And you can't play it.
You can't... I wouldn't want to play it. Barry, I need you to take a walk.
Barry.
See, that's the kind of joke that I don't like. There's something happening east. They send Barry off to run. God, I hope this is east. I don't know. I'm not...
Like...
That humor doesn't work too much for me. Ah! Scream, grunt.
I'm so bored.
So when you receive the script, when you get the script, right, and you have your dialogue, I'm on tech duty. You take the bugs, right? What comes after that? Is it just a 16-page description of a fight, or do they just write fight scene and someone will take care of it later? Right? Because it's...
I haven't got a clue.
This all has to be scripted. Like, this has to be planned, all of this kind of action here.
How is this the same guy that wrote Buffy the Vampire Slayer? How is this the same guy? He lost his mind, didn't he? He lost it.
Oh, there he is. I'm also a big fan of Justice. You see, the people that get paid for writing Deep Space Nine don't get paid nearly enough compared to the people that get paid for writing this shit. It's not fair.
This film didn't cost 300 million. They paid themselves 200 million of that. Like, you could make, like, have you seen the film Upgrade? Have you seen Lee Winnell's Upgrade? That film's amazing, and it cost like $8 million. Where did the money go? When they made this film, where did the money go?
Well, clearly this has been filmed somewhere, but then they decided to change all of the backgrounds and everything. So so much money went into just changing everything. You know what I mean? Like this, they must have filmed a car on a road here, but then they decided to like change all of the sky, all of the color. They decided to add. I mean, that alone must cost a lot. I'll take the ones on the right. This doesn't make any sense.
Like, surely they would be liquid in their car.
Yeah.
Like, that girl could not hold on at the speed. The velocity, they'd be dead. They would be liquid in their seat.
Doesn't make any sense.
Just be
Also, the car would probably be fucked up because going at that speed, unless he decided to lift the car up a bit, if he would have hit just the slightest rock on the ground. Gal Gadot's coming in the studio today. We need to get 50 shots of her just banging her shield or her arms together. Thank you.
Why didn't they just call this film Superman Will Fix It? It seems useless.
Justice League, Rise of Superman, right?
Oh, God. Hurry up.
Good boy Cyborg. Good man. He's separated the cubes. They have the Starfleet colors too. I think they've got the yellow, the blue, and the red. Those boxes.
Like, why?
Clark,
why is anyone there with the, like they could just be like, just, you know what,
You can barely see Cyborg in that scene. He's the same color as everything else.
I'm gonna micromanage I mean, even the rocks look fake.
The rock, they so I think it's supposed to be melted alien rock, but it really does look like polystyrene that they've just sprayed with metallic paint.
Where's Steppenwolf? Oh, okay.
There he is.
Right, how's Flash not dead?
Well, Flash has superpowers. He's got that super strength.
Super but is he got super strength?
Well, he's got a whole bunch of things that make him like he can heal himself and what have you. You know what I mean? Oh, he's a Klingon. Look, he's got purple blood.
Why does he look like Ben Affleck there?
Someone got them confused and put the wrong face on the wrong suit. I'd love that.
He's not got any. Oh, okay. Wait, I wonder, does the burglar from the first scene turn up? He's like really out of breath. He's like, oh, I made it. What's going on? How can I help? Wait, what?
Because he's scared. Fear.
But those things are useless.
Send him back from whence he came.
Fuck you, Jables!
I love Superman beating up people in a CG mess and awful dialogue. Bang. Oh, booyah.
Oh my god. Oh god. It's like they really wanted the Avengers team up shot, but no one cares. People like this film.
Who?
People like this film. I've seen people say that they like this film.
No, that's not true. That's untrue.
Unless they're bots. I don't know.
Look at that. Look at that. What? Everyone wishes they missed it.
Is this film finished? There's 14 minutes left.
Yeah.
Oh my god, what happens in 14 minutes? Do they
this post credits and shit as well.
Oh no. Oh, they're still there.
Gotta go to the farm. Farm boy. We should watch Princess Bride instead of watching this.
Princess Bride I'd welcome Princess Bride. I mean, we get to see some Andre the Giant.
ROUS's.
Oh.
You'll kill my father. You
better die. Oh,
because he's Batman.
And yay.
Because he's rich. Do you get it?
Buy him a bigger house then.
Do you understand?
I forgot he was in this film. I honestly forgot the beginning of this film.
Yeah, there's all of this. Remember, there's all of that too. There's the lady talking about anal probing on the TV as well. Remember that?
Wait, does she turn up again?
No, she doesn't.
Oh,
she doesn't come back.
I wanted to bookend the film with anal probing. I feel like I've been anal probed. If my butthole was my eyeballs.
Even this looks fake.
What is this?
This is Wayne Manor.
No.
But that never happened, boys. I'm sorry.
What happened to the mansion? What happened to Wayne Manor again? Because I mean, I know it got burnt down in.
It was always fucked up. I think in the DCU.
Was
Like
it?
the moment we meet him in Batman v Superman, I think the man is already screwed up.
Oh.
He just let it fall to pieces, I think, because
What is the point of having like Joe Morton? What is the point of having J.K. fucking Simmons in this film?
oh, it's more a cameo, I think, than anything else. Who's narrating?
Oh, there he is. Isn't it Martha? Isn't it? It's Martha, isn't it?
Oh, maybe, yeah.
I don't know. I'm guessing. Or Lois Lane. I don't know. Are we supposed to know? Are we supposed to care? Is it that person over there on the other side of the road? I'm not watching the post credits.
You don't care?
Got 11 minutes of credits. No. Get the fuck out. I'm not watching them.
Wait a minute. I'll try to skip around and see. Okay, so go to like 1 minute, 1 hour 49.
1 hour 49.
Yeah.
What, dead on?
Yeah. Visual effects producer Josh R. Jagars. And then following,
I'm 149.05.
okay, good. So following, following a few names there, you'll get the first post-credit scene because there's multiple post-credit scenes.
What? Okay, fine, right.
It's in a few seconds, I think. Where are you now?
Executive producers Benjamin Melkinar and Michael E. Uslan. Here we go. All right, okay.
Yeah, here we go.
They're going to race.
This was fun. Yeah, it was fun, Robbie. It's not fun watching the movie per se. It's just fun.
I've had
hanging
fun
out with friends.
I've had fun hanging out. It's got more of that fake lip going on. It takes you out, doesn't it? It's just.
Well, at least the background is real here. They filmed this somewhere. Barry Allen doesn't know his directions. That's a joke.
We don't even find out who wins. We don't even find out who. Fuck this film.
Okay, now you got to skip to like the very end. Wait a minute, like 158 maybe or something. Yeah, 158 with his written just Justice League on the screen to remind you what film you've seen.
Oh God! Right, okay. Some of this was filmed in Quebec. Okay. Oh, the filmmakers acknowledged the assistance of the New Zealand government screen production grant. What have you done? What have you done?
We deeply apologize.
Oh, jeez. Optimized for IMAX theaters. Wasn't optimized for anything else, was it? Shit. Fuck. Right, Justice League. Okay. Come on. I've had enough. It's going to be Lex Luthor or something, isn't it? That's not Lex Luthor. Oh, okay. There we go. Oh, God, not. Oh. Jesse's Lex Luthor is terrible.
It's dreadful, isn't it?
Terrible.
But oh, wait.
I'd rather have Kevin Spacey come back. I'd rather forgive Kevin Spacey and have him come back.
Oh, God, don't say that.
Oh, I know.
People get mad. But I agree that Jesse Eisenberg is it just
Is
Jesse
that
Eisenberg?
Deadpool?
No, is it Jesse Eisenberg? Is it him?
Yes, Jesse Eisenberg. Yeah.
Eisenberg.
Look, I know Kevin Spacey's career is in the toilet, and rightfully so. The guy did horrendous things, but decent version of Gene Hackman's Lex Luthor.
I don't like.
Who's that? Is that Deathstrike?
Deathstroke, yeah.
Okay.
I love how this film was so confident. They were setting up so many things, like a table with 6, but a room for more, because Green Lantern, and here there's like we should have a league of our own to do the Injustice League thing. It's like, yo,
Why should I be afraid of that when I've just seen Spider-Man kill a literal alien demon?
Spider-Man.
Yeah, why not? Superman. But why not Spider-Man, Oh,
There you go.
hero dear, I've had enough.
Boom. This
I-
is
I
the movie.
I
I've seen it
retire.
now.
I retire from superhero movies.
So people that bitch about like Iron Man 3, I mean, compared to this, it's a bloody masterpiece.
That is somehow worse than what I thought it was going to be. I thought that people would just, when people,
Yeah, they exaggerate, right?
they exaggerate, yeah, and people, "It's the worst film I've ever seen," and then it becomes cool to hate on the movie. Like, it kind of was cool to hate on The Last Jedi, and people kind of just they start these crazy pile-on parties. The reason why I haven't watched it up until this point is I just thought that maybe people were just piling on and that it probably wasn't actually that bad. And I was going to wait until they stopped talking about it, and then I was going to try it one day. It's worse than I thought it was. It's worse. It's worse, and it kind of. It doesn't make me mad or anything, I don't get angry over films. It's a waste of time. If I was watching this on my own, I'd probably be a little bit cross because I just wasted 2 hours. But been talking through it with you, had all great Trekkie. It's a mess.
There are films that I get actively angry at, like Pirates of the Caribbean 5. I get actively angry at it because it ruins my experience and my knowledge of all of the other pirates. This, I didn't care enough about the DCU going in for this to make me mad. And the thing is this usually films, when you talk about a superhero film that's really boring, it usually you can kind of say, but the visual effects are nice and the action is good, so that's why you go see it. This one, it doesn't have that. This is just boring, but it's hideous.
I'm trying to think of something
positives.
I'm trying to think.
I like the Lois and Clark moments. So if they give us some better moments that look better, with like Lois and Clark, maybe in the Snyder Cut. But I don't know how the Snyder Cut can be like. How can he fix this shit?
Go back to Vision. I don't know.
So this was 2 hours long. The Snyder Cut's going to be 4.
Wait, so I'm gonna go out there and say it right now. Is I think that I don't think Zack Snyder's cut is gonna be great. I don't think it's gonna be good. I think it's gonna be just as shit. No, it's gonna be better than what I've just seen. But I think everybody's kind of like, I think people are getting themselves set.
Hopes are too high.
Well, yeah, it's like, if that's a mess, then the original stuff is probably.
Well, he's gone out and he's done reshoots. He's filmed. They gave him 80 or 70 million more to go and film some more.
Everybody thinks that Zack Snyder, like we were talking, like started his career brightly with the Dawn of the Dead remake 300. Watchmen divided people, but Man of Steel really divided people. Batman vs Superman was shit. It doesn't matter if it's the ultimate cut or the cinematic release. It's a disappointing mess of a film. He's released disappointing messes of movies before. He is by no means like that. People worship him. People deify Zack Snyder. He's not great.
No, that is a bit bizarre. He's got a visual style and like a certain visual flair to his films, which is quite interesting. And even when you watch Sucker Punch, I know that that film got a lot of shit, but I think that the film is visually interesting. And there are some conceptual things going on in all of his movies, right? Because even Sucker Punch has these conceptual ideas that are interesting. It's just that somehow something gets lost in translation, especially with this shit. You know what I mean?
I'll tell you what, though. I mean, Chris Terrio or Terrio. I mean, wrote Argo, but that was an adapted screenplay based off a true story. But
so this is a friend of Ben Affleck, then.
I think, yeah, but he, I mean, his stuff since Argo, Batman v Superman, which is such a horrible thing to say. Dawn of Justice wrote that. Justice League wrote that. Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker wrote that. That is ugly. That is ugly. Imagine having Justice League and Rise of Skywalker as your prominent film credits. Oh my word! I'm trying really hard. I know I try and be as balanced as I possibly can when it comes to this kind of stuff, but it's really difficult. I'm gonna go and have a think about.
So to be fair, we did talk through quite a few scenes, but none of them are important enough.
I feel like I missed nothing. I feel like
you didn't. You didn't.
I feel like I got most of what was going on. It's a real. I mean, you can enjoy it. You could literally take out your frontal lobe and you could just go, "I don't need this." Put it right next to you.
So I think there's the moment where they introduce kind of all the characters, even if it feels very forced because they haven't done movies to set up all these characters. I kind of feel like they're trying to go somewhere, and I feel like it captures my interest. And so this is the third time I watched it. I'm intrigued for a certain amount of time until eventually you realize that like none of it's going to be. It builds towards essentially nothing, right?
Yeah,
because it all builds towards fake shit on screen.
Well, I remember watching The Avengers. Was it 2012 when that first came out? And I felt I was so satisfied with it. It was a gamble for Marvel to make all of these movies and inject so much money into it, and then bring it all together.
Yeah,
payoff was so immense, and I was so satisfied with what we saw. And I mean, I think the Avengers movie has aged a little bit. I still think it's a good film. I don't think it's like the best film ever. I never thought it was the best film ever when I saw it, but I remember feeling so satisfied. And the story that we get here with Justice League isn't too different. It's just in the execution, though, and it's in the total lack of patience. Patient is so impatient. This film, they basically said, "Oh, what we need to do is we need to catch up with the Avengers, and fuck their 5 films that led to the Avengers. We're going to do it in 3, and we're only going to feature 2 of those characters, 3 of those characters." And in one of the films, we're going to have them trying to beat each other up because we've always wanted to see Batman. I've never wanted to see Batman versus Superman. It's never interested me at all because Superman will win.
I only knew it as a joke. I only knew it as the joke from The Simpsons because The Simpsons had like a poster with Batman v Superman.
I wanted to see a Batman Superman team up. If I wanted to go and see X versus Y, I'd go and watch Freddy versus Jason.
What do you mean? Another Alien versus Predator garbage thing?
Ugh. I actually quite liked Freddy versus Jason.
I need to throw this on screen because I got told off last time.
Right.
I got told off because last time we did a discussion on The Expanse Season 5. And PJ rushed off, and so I kind of ended it. But I forgot to do this, and so I had to feature them both in the cameo. But here we go. This is it. This is absolute bullshit, true greatness.
Why we're here.
this we need to find. I will release a review eventually and give it a rating. But you need to, as the guest of honor, give it a rating from absolute bullshit to true greatness.
Well, we're not on the right hand side of the spectrum for sure. I don't think it's absolute bullshit. Okay. I mean, I don't know. Absolute bullshit is the kind of level of quality like makes me mad, makes me angry. It's like Human Centipede 2 would be absolute bullshit.
I've never seen that.
Oh, don't.
PJS is absolute bullshit.
It's a bad movie for sure. So is it bad? Is it bullshit? I love this. I mean, it's bullshit. It's a bullshit film. It's and I'll explain why. Because it's a film that is devoid of fun. It looks. Do you know this film would really excite me if I was brain dead and 5 years old? Like. So,
probably not. There's not enough colors.
If I, I mean, if I had the IQ of a shoe, I'd be like, yeah, this is pretty fun. It's
shoe lad.
It's just junk. It's just junk. It's bangs and flashes and crazy fast action that you can't really keep track of. You don't care about the villain. You don't care about what the villain's trying to do. The film gives you no reason to care. The stakes aren't really defined properly. You never really, other than the Icelandic family or whoever they are, you don't really sense danger apart from the sky turning red. The Superman resurrection makes no sense. He looks like he's enjoying beating up his friends that he doesn't know who they are. Why does everybody know who Bruce Wayne is? And you know, it's just.
I agree with you. I don't think it's absolute bullshit because I can still try and find, like, I do like the Cyborg character. I think he's a standout in the movie, even if I think that a lot of the CG surrounding the visuals of him are kind of janky. But yeah, it's.
Well, I think the thing is if it's
there are better films that have bads and mediocres. So this is definitely a bullshit.
If it's
a bullshit movie.
Yeah, if it's an absolute bullshit, that would suggest that it's quite an emotional thing. You're feeling emotional.
Yeah.
You're angry that the film sucks so much. I don't really care, and I'm apathetic. I don't care. I've watched it for 2 hours and I just don't give a shit. I don't care. I'm not interested in a sequel. We'll watch the Snyder Cut for sure. I don't think that's going to be any good.
It can't be worse, right?
No. I don't think it's
the Snyder Cut. Well, yeah, the Snyder Cut can be, but there is an absolute bullshit lower than bullshit on the scale. But I don't think that the Snyder Cut. I refuse to believe that the Snyder Cut comes out, and it's absolute bullshit, right? It can't be worse than this.
Yeah. Well, we'll just have to see.
I mean, it's gonna be 4 hours long.
Well, it might be absolute because it might make me angry having to sit through it, and we know that a lot.
It might be twice the miss, but I don't think so.
We know the humor's going to be stripped out. We know the color's going to be scaled down.
I think he still will leave some humor. I just think he's going to execute it differently. The Snyder Cut will at least it will at least be the vision of Snyder, right? It'll be one united vision of what this is the film that he wanted to make, right?
Yeah,
this is a bit of a potluck.
It's messy. It's just a mess. There's no other word that I can really use to describe it. An apathetic mess. A catastrophic mess of a film.
Well, there you go. That's it. There you go. That's the conclusion. I'll just have to jack that and use that in my review. I won't even do a review. I'll just put your face on the screen.
Justice Lad just shaking his head.
Justice Lad has spoken. Do you regret now being called Justice Lad? You got to go back to Trek Lad. So this or Star Trek Picard? I'm so mean.
This or Star Trek Picard?
Picard wins all the way. Come on.
I'd rather watch Picard than this.
No, yeah, definitely.
No, I don't know.
Come on. Just because this is shorter?
Yeah,
is that what you're gonna say?
This is shorter.
You're so mean.
And this didn't depress me. This didn't depress me. I was just laughing at it and shaking my head
Well,
at
if this were the only film you were allowed to watch at the end of your life, you would very, very quickly become quite unstable and very sad inside. This would, you know what I mean? It's like if you're watching just the Avengers for your entire life, any movie would just, I suppose, weigh you down at some point. But some movies are happier than others. This is just dreadful.
I would say that I preferred Picard over this because I think Picard has a roadmap out of hell. It can get better. I mean, this can get better potentially with a Snyder cut.
No, they burnt the roadmap. The roadmap was lost.
They blew it up in the CG mess. It turned into a rock.
Yeah, he lost it west or east or wherever the hell he was going. All right. I think we'll leave it at that. I think we'll end it. The stream is now 2 hours long. We've watched the Justice League. Thank you, Robbie, for being with us. Thank you, PJ, if it's still you, if you're around, for giving us your rating. Robbie, do you give it an absolute bullshit? He gives it a definitely awful, which I think is pretty fucking close.
Oh dear. We'll have to do this again soon. Dig out another terrible movie to subject me to.
Yeah, well, PJ was suggesting we watch some like truly awful movies that are known to be awful. You know what I mean? Because this is awful, but it's awful in a boring way. It's not a funny bad movie.
Oh, I mean, we can do fun awful. I don't mind doing that.
Because at least we have a laugh, right?
Yeah, for sure. We'll make this happen. I like it.
All right. Well, thank you for joining me. Thank you, Robbie, for being around. Thank you to anyone who's going to rewatch this later on. Maybe it's more fun experiencing us than Justice League itself.
Yeah, don't watch Justice League. Watch us instead.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
That's the takeaway. Don't watch the movie itself. All right. See you next time. Thank you.